Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers from around the world. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu time for our night stream today on this beautiful Friday evening here in Kuwait City, Kuwait. Wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you. And we are currently situated at 42 Sierra Tango. This beautiful, breathtaking scenery is by Parallel 42, and they've got a host of beautiful scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but that is not the subject of our stream tonight. We are today taking a look at a Polish classic, which is the Wilga, the 104 Wilga, which is a Polish classic developed by Got Friends. And I couldn't help but to admire this beautiful scenery by Parallel 42 and decided to use it today for the purpose of our live stream. And of course, we are going to be visiting another airport by Parallel 42 in this live stream, and we are also going to be showcasing the freeware scenery that comes with this aircraft. So without further ado, let's get started. But first, let me say hello to you guys and welcome aboard. We have Helicopter Virtual Microsoft Flight Simulator. Welcome, my friend. Ro Page. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Jet Fighter. Welcome aboard, my friend. Oh, greetings from Poland, the home of the PZL-104 Wilga. Welcome, my friend. And of course, we have with us my very dear friend, Rand Cooley. Welcome aboard, Rand. Glad to have you here this evening. And thank you very much for your support. We have QMNH Geometry Dash. Welcome, my friend. And we have who do we have here? Paraliski. Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard. And glad to have you guys. All right. So this aircraft sells for $35, and the purpose of the stream is to see whether it is worth the investment of $35 or not. And as always, we are going to begin by examining the 3D modeling and the texture work. Now, if we're going to examine the texturing by zooming in to the aircraft fuselage as I normally do, and let me tell you guys, the texturing of this aircraft is absolutely spectacular. Nothing short of a phenomenal rendition of the actual aircraft, the PZL-104. I have taken a look at real footage of this aircraft, and the guys at Got Friends have done a remarkably good job in recreating this aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The attention to detail is simply exquisite. As you can see here, look at those exhausts. The use of PBR is done quite well. The overall texturing, you can see here the rivets, the bolts, the aircraft wings. Everything is really done to a very, very high standard. And you can see here, look at those blades, the props. Looks fantastic. That looks like real metal. Yeah, and they've done it in a way that gives this aircraft a very old look. Now, the interior of this aircraft is just as good as the exterior. And if we take a look here at the cockpit, again, you can see here wonderful work by the guys at Got Friend. I think they really have done a very good job. I think they took their time really modeling this aircraft to create a very authentic experience. You can look at the flight stick here. You can look down here at the casing down here, which looks like maybe leather or chamois or something like that. But everything is really done to a very, very high standard. And there's a lot of details that we are going to take a look at in today's live stream. And you can see even the sunglasses are actually shaking. And not only that, but it's got a cargo area. And those seats, by the way, the back seats can be folded. And you've got a guitar here, your stove, and some fishing rod, it looks like, for fishing. And speaking of that, there was a guy fishing at the lake when we started the stream. I'm not sure if you guys picked up on it or not. So really, very nice in terms of the texture work. The attention to detail is simply immaculate. Very well done, really, by Got Friends. And just by looking at the 3D model here, I get excited when I see something that detailed. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at more of the features. And what I do like about this aircraft is that the control panel has been developed as a scratch pad, if you will, right here, or a clipboard, beg your pardon. So you have a clipboard, and I just love the way they've done this. This is very creative, and it's done quite well. So implemented in a very nice way. I was most popular in Polish. Oh, that's good to know. That's very good to know. Thanks for that. And yeah, I haven't read much about the history of the aircraft, but you can say we can unpack the hammock, hang the lantern, unload the cargo. We can show the pilots, and we'll leave the pitot and the chocks for the time being. And what I want to show you is you can actually hop outside of the aircraft, like so, and look at that. Yeah. And you can actually interact with those elements. And if we zoom in here a little bit, so if I click here, you can actually get a drink. There, another drink. And there is a fishing rod there if you'd like to go fishing. And what's really cool, and I think this is done to show the capability of the guys at Got Friends, that they are, excellent developers. Look at that. How cool is that? I mean, those kind of things are definitely not necessary, but they are entertaining. I mean, if you want to recreate the experience of being, gone camping, and you can see there is a light here, and actually, if we change the time of day to nighttime, look at that. Look at how beautiful this is done. The night lighting. Look at that. Of course, we've got our flashlight, but you can see the illumination of the light here, as if you're, going camping or, something of that nature. So they do create a very authentic experience, and I do like what I see here. I do appreciate the work that they've done, and this is not easy work. This has taken a lot of time and a lot of thought to develop this. So yeah. From my perspective, I think the 3D modeling, the texturing is spot on. I think there isn't anything that I don't like about the texturing and the 3D modeling of this aircraft. You can see also here that the seats can be folded, which is, again, a nice touch. Everything is, by the way, works except for a few things that are, but for the most part, everything really works. Now, this aircraft is a STOL aircraft, so it's a short takeoff and landing aircraft. And we're going to really put it to the test today. And we're actually going to see whether this is, sort of near study level aircraft of the Wilga. And I'm very glad that we have guys with us here from Poland because they can tell us more about the history of the aircraft and whether this is actually a realistic rendition of the aircraft. Based on what I've seen, the real world footage, the videos, the pictures that I've seen, I would say that in terms of the 3D modeling and the texturing so far, this is absolutely brilliant. And by the way, it comes in two versions. So there is the 30, the 35 and the 80 versions. And it comes in there's an amphibian version as well. And this version here, the P version, so the 30P and the 80P, comes with the old avionics system. So you've got your ADF, and you can see the old transponder here. And you've got also the X version of the 30 and the 80 variants, which has a modern avionics to simulate, the modern retrofit of avionics into older aircraft, which is again a welcome addition to this aircraft by Got Friends. I like the name of the company, by the way, Got Friends. That's a pretty cool name. It's a pretty creative name. All right. So if we look here, smoke generator, it requires combustion, obviously, and we're gonna turn that on once we are ready to go. So we're gonna pack our stuff here. No need to show the pilot. We're gonna remove the pitot covers and all right, let's place the chocks once more. We'll do it once we are ready to go. All right, we'll leave that and we can go ahead and close the door. Again, very nice animations, very nice texturing all around. This aircraft really looks good, sounds good so far. So let's go ahead and start it up. Now, I'm not going to follow the procedure. By the way, you can see how you can toggle this. Very nicely done. Again, everything is animated. Here, you can see this here. And I don't think you can move the lights, but yeah. And you can see also you know how the zipper here, how it actually shakes? Just really brilliant attention to detail. All right, so we can put this clipboard away and let's get started. We're gonna head over here to the overhead panel. By the way, this aircraft has got some really beautiful night lighting as well, which we will take a look at. And we're gonna turn on the battery and we're gonna check that we have a positive charge here. And next we're gonna come here, the prop to full forward. You can see it feathering the props again there. The cylinder head cool needs to be on the on position. Oil cool is on the on position as well. We're going to come here and select the left fuel pump and we're going to turn on the, let's see here. So we need this for engine start and I'm not exactly sure what this does, but it needs to be on for the engine start. And we are pretty much ready to start our engines. We're going to put the mixture on full rich. And let's see here. The lock is removed. And let's go ahead and prime the engine. Actually, before we do that, let's come up here. Those are on. And we are going to turn on the anti-collision light. STOL or you can let fuel pump can go on. Instrument lights we can turn on. And we can leave. All right, so we're going to turn on the starter, oil pressure, fuel, oil, air, temperature, pitot, heat, and now we can prime the engine. Listen to the beautiful sounds, lovely animations again. And now we can come here and we're going to go
clear prop.
Clear prop and start the engine. And we have a good start. Again, take notice of the beautiful engine sounds. They sound very, very nice indeed. All right, so now we can turn on the direct, let's see here. Let's turn on the radio, the ADF. By the way, it's got a wiper too. Look at that. Very nice, very nicely done. Really, an aircraft that is very nicely done. STOL warning can go on. Anti-collision will leave on. Starter can go, well, let's turn on the generator. Starter is off. And instruments, we don't need the instrument lights right now. Ultraviolet switch, we can turn on. And the second switch as well. Perfect. And now we can turn this guy off. And we are now pretty much ready to go. Excellent. We're going to set our flaps for takeoff. And that's the, by the way, the flap lever. By the way, when you do a checklist, you can actually check the fuel let me actually show you this real quick because I think it's pretty cool. Pre-flight check, left fuel verified. So if you click on the eye, you can actually see the fuel here. This is the fuel level, which is, I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so we are ready to go, folks. And there was no electric ignition, only air. Oh, that's good to know. This is for air ignition. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. All right, so all is looking good. We're going to make sure our lights, STOL warning is on. We don't need any of that. This is all good. Ceiling lamp we don't need. Cockpit light we don't need. Instrument lights, nav position. All right, so that is set, and we're going to head over to this beautiful scenery again. Just look at that beautiful scenery. And the runway is actually this. And it's a very short runway. Now, what we're going to do, folks, is let me bring up the VFR map. We are at 42 Sierra Tango. We're going to be heading to 42 Bravo Charlie. Another scenery by Parallel 42, which is, again, very, very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to depart, fly straight to 42. I think the terrain is very familiar. So if you've flown from those two airports, it will be very easy for you to spot the landing strip, which is it's a dirt runway. So all right, so we are good here. Parking brakes are released, and let's go ahead and head over to the runway and depart. And let's really put the aircraft now to the test and see whether it actually works as a STOL aircraft. I really like the sounds. And by the way, if the sounds bother you, you can just click here, and this is noise cancellation, so it will remove the noise completely. But we're just going to leave it so you guys can enjoy the nice engine sounds. All right, here we go. And by the way, there's a light here. You can see the light here illuminates, which is very cool. All right, here we go. Very nice scenery, and it really does bring that level of immersion to your experience flying this beautiful aircraft. All right, here we go. Let's line up. All right, here we go. All right, so we are at the runway is ahead of us now. So it's a very, very short runway. I'm going to set the parking brake real quick just to show you guys how. All right, so this is actually the end of the runway, so we can see here. So this is indeed a very, very short dirt runway. But it's a good test for us to test this aircraft and see if it does actually. MC Crewfish, welcome aboard, my friend. Thanks for being here. And we have also BPK1234, welcome aboard. It is very addicting. And we have also Horlius, is it? Welcome aboard, my friend. And I do apologize if I didn't say your name correctly. NM Flyer Robin, welcome aboard, my friend. All right, it's ULM. All right, so we're ready to go. Flaps are set. Our temps are good. Again, take notice, guys, of the vibration of the needles here, which is very, very cool. The temps are in the green. Everything's looking good. Carb heat is good. And by the way, this is the carb heat right here, so we can adjust it here, and we are good to go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to hold the brakes. And we're going to give it power. All right. And we're going to release the brakes. Whoa! That didn't work. All right. We're going to try it on the other way. So we'll try it on the other side. I guess the runway is too short. All right, so this time around, what we're going to do is we're going to select the other side. Maybe that will give us a little more runway. And we'll test it out. We need about 60 knots to be able to take off. But the first test obviously did not work. So we're going to try to put it on the other side. Maybe it gives us more runway. And we'll try it again. Full flaps, full power, let engine build up, and then release the brakes. All right, let's do that. All right. So here we go. All right. All right. So we're going to take the advice from you guys, and we're going to do flaps full this time. All right. Perfect. Let the engine build up. And we have almost full power here. And we are airborne. Yay! Perfect. You can see the wind is definitely doing its thing here with this aircraft. And let's take a look. I'll just look at how beautiful the scenery is. And we are picking up speed now. We're going to continue our turn. Ease off a little bit here. Right. And that's where we departed. That actually did work, huh? Right, flaps are retracted. We're going to ease off a little bit here on the throttle. We're not too far from our next airport. So if we bring up the map here, we're flying direct to 42 Bravo Charlie. So I'm gonna just ease off on the power here a little bit. And we don't want to gain too much altitude. Just really beautiful aircraft. Later I will do a memorial flyover. Hey, Remix Reviews, welcome aboard, my friend. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn and we're going to go fly over the valley, and the airport should be to our left, and yeah, it should be easy to spot during daylight. So that's what we're going to do. I really like how this aircraft flies. Very, very addicting, and it feels really, really cool. I absolutely love the way it flies. You can always fly it nice and slow, beg your pardon, and it does really feel very, very nice to fly. Right, let's pick up a little bit of altitude here. I'm not exactly sure where the airport is, so let's bring up the map here. And yeah, all right, so we're doing okay. The airport should be to our left. All right, perfect. We're going to keep the speed here at about 70 knots. And we should be at our destination shortly. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to load up the aircraft at the freeware scenery that comes with this aircraft. Just really brilliant, brilliant aircraft. Just so much fun to fly. And I'll tell you guys, if you don't like hand flying, this aircraft is definitely not for you, because this aircraft, I think it does have an autopilot, by the way, here, but it makes absolutely no sense to use the autopilot on this aircraft. This aircraft is meant to be hand flown, and it's just a real joy to hand fly this aircraft. Just so much fun. All right. Now, I can tell that we are getting close from the mountains here, so that's my kind of visual reference, so I know we're getting pretty close now. So I'm going to start easing off on the power here. And we're going to maintain the current altitude. What a lovely scene here with this beautiful scenery. Again, this aircraft is just really excellent, and the scenery makes it even more interesting to fly it. All right, I think we're getting pretty close now. I'm going to switch to the external view just to kind of see where we are. Let's see, I believe that's the strip right there. Yeah, all right. All right, so if we look out, that's the strip. So we're going to begin our turn. And we're going to introduce flaps. And we're going to do flaps full. Give it some power, just to make sure we don't stall. Is that it? That's probably not it. Yeah, that's not it. There it is. All right, that's okay. We're gonna make a turn and come back to land. I missed it. It's very difficult to spot, so we're gonna just go back, make a turn, and come back to land. We get to enjoy the beautiful scenery here. You can see the strip here. And just look at those rocks. Very, very beautiful scenery. And the handling of this aircraft, I think we're going to stall very soon. So let me just give it a little bit of power here. Brilliant aircraft. Oh, it's a type of bird. That's very good to know. All right, we're going to just get a little bit of... We're going to go over here, and that should give us sufficient distance to align with the strip and land the aircraft. I think I just... Is that it? You know, guys, I am just completely disoriented right now. And I'm not sure... No, that's definitely not where we want to be heading. That was the STOL warning. Where is the airport? I completely lost track of where we are. Yeah, it looks like the airport is behind us now. So, alright, let's leave this map on so we don't get disoriented again. And we're going to make a turn again and head back. Hopefully this time we'll find it. The terrain looks very, very similar, and so it's very difficult to see exactly where the airport strip is. But that should help now. Alright, so it's somewhere over here. Must be somewhere here. Let's see. Man, this scenery is really beautiful. Where is it? Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. All right. Right, let's just give it a little bit of rudder here. And there we go. All right. Perfect. We've made it safely, finally. And it was definitely a lot of fun flying this aircraft. This location is, let me set the parking brake here. 1 second. All right. So this is, if I go to, again, the map, so we were at 4-2 Sierra Tango. We flew to 4-2 Bravo Charlie. And this is another scenery by Parallel 42. And let's take a quick look here at this scenery because I think it's actually quite nice. And here, if you go, and there's a nice cabin here with the, camping area. And yeah, I mean, here, let's see here. Come on. Let me make this a bit. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. We can, it's kind of slower a bit so we can see. You have actually the cabin fully modeled here. And yeah, look at the details. Look at that. Got some nice steaks, some leftover pizza, and what is that? I guess some beer or something. But yeah, look at that. I mean, looking out the window, it's just really a brilliant scenery. Very, very nice. And if you like GA aircraft or bush planes, this is definitely beautiful. Hey, Stan, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. Very, very nice scenery, really. So this scenery is available if you can either purchase them individually, so you can actually get this 42 Sierra Tango is not part of the Kit Fox, of the Freedom Fox, beg your pardon. So some of them they ship with the Freedom Fox aircraft by Parallel 42, and the rest are actually sold individually. It will cost you I think it's $8 but in my view, they're worth it. If you like to fly in those kind of areas, then this is just really brilliant. Just look at that. Look at the details here, the grass, the rocks, the layout, the the other aircraft here, static aircraft. It's just really brilliant area, and a very nice area to fly VFR as well. You need just to be very careful. You saw how I've kind of got disoriented as we approach the area because it kind of looks, painfully similar. The terrain can really trick you, but overall it's a very nice scenery. All right. So another thing we're going to do now is I do not have the Parallel 42 camp out add-on. No. Hi Q8, what frames rates are you getting on the scenery? I have the same setup as you, just curious. Thank you. All right, well, we can find out. What am I getting here? I'm getting 104 FPS right now, 106, something like that, 107. And if we go inside the cockpit, let's see here. Yeah, about 104, 100 and whatever FPS. Good average PC latency and, GPU utilization. Look at that, 97%, 98%. So, yeah, so pretty cool. All right, so before we head over to the freeware scenery that ships with this aircraft, I want to show you, if we go to change the time here, just look at that, folks. Look at how beautiful the night lighting is inside the aircraft. I think this looks really nice. You can see the glow of blue and the light green on the instruments. You can see the instrument panel and how it is illuminated. And this is what the aircraft looks like from the outside during nighttime. Very nice implementation of the lights. Again, very nice 3D cockpit, very nice lighting, 3D model. It hand flies wonderfully, and I definitely do like this aircraft a lot. It's so far so good. All right, so we're gonna go to another airport now. So we're gonna go to the main menu, and we're gonna go to the airport that actually ships free of charge with this aircraft. So now that we've seen all the details, we're going to actually take a look at the scenery that ships with it, which is this one here, Echo Golf Hotel 2 Forwood Farm in Retford. I believe this is in the United Kingdom. And yeah, obviously it is in the United Kingdom. And you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll start it on the runway. That's fine. And the thing is, I love the fact that they actually gave you a scenery to fly with the aircraft. And as a package, if we're talking about the price point of this aircraft being at $35, I think the price is very much justified, given the fact that you're getting an aircraft and not only one variant of the aircraft. So you're getting just about you're getting the amphibian version, as well as two variants, one with modern avionics and one with, you know, the old style avionics. And you're getting also the 35 and the 80 variants of the aircraft. We'll take a look at those before the end of our stream today. But yeah, let's go say ready to fly. And let me hit the brakes here, stop the aircraft. Of course, it wouldn't be fun looking at this during nighttime, so we're going to change the time. And let's take a look. Yeah, let's see here. All right. So let me switch to the external view, and this is actually a very nice area, a very nice airport. Let me remove this FPS counter. This is actually a very nice area to fly around this aircraft, and just look at the details. You've got the horses here in the back. So very, very nice scenery. It makes it really extra, you know, extra fun and extra realistic to just be here. And quite honestly, guys, I don't care much for those kind of details. They're kind of nice to have, but I don't really care much for them. Some people do. I don't. I'm just really interested in the aircraft, but you can also see the horses there. You can hear them. You can see them, which is pretty cool. And overall, this area is breathtaking. It's just beautiful, beautiful to fly around, as you can see here. And you can see the smoke coming out of the chimney there. And yeah, look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so let's actually take it for a short flight to kind of take a look at the surrounding area and the scenery. So the parking brake is off. And let's go ahead and give it full power. Now you'll see that the aircraft tends to move a little bit to the right. And that is because the rear wheel is off the ground. And just look at this scenery, folks. Just really absolutely breathtaking. Very, very nice. And we're going to retract the flaps. We're going to gain some altitude. And just kind of enjoy the scenery here. And the nice thing about this aircraft, you can almost land it anywhere, which is pretty cool. Quit horsing around. When you start on the runway, make sure you turn on the it is on, so it is enabled. That's cool. All right, so just very quickly, we're gonna switch to the external view and just look at how beautiful this area is to fly around. What a beautiful looking aircraft. And just look at the again, the propellers here. This is really a very well done aircraft by Godfriends. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. So one thing I do want to check is if we change the weather a little bit. So we're just going to add maybe a little bit of rain. Let's see. Rain. All right. And I'm going to turn on the wipers. Ah, look at that. So it does actually move the raindrops. So they've done that. That level of detail I really like. See, with the PMDG, for example, when you turn on the wipers, nothing happens. The raindrops keep just moving down. And we're just going to go to live weather. Yeah, so they've actually simulated this, which is appreciated, really. Let's turn on the wipers. That's very, very good. Absolutely gorgeous aircraft. Let's look at that. And by the way, if we look up here, look at as we turn, look at the detail. Look at how this is like so realistic that it, you know, this is actually the actual behavior that you would expect to see when you are turning the aircraft and you see the sunglasses moving. And the same thing happens, by the way, to the cargo in the back. So just absolutely brilliant aircraft. Really, really, really well done. Job very well done by God Friends. All right, so we've taken a look at all the external views. Just wanted to bring up the same exam with the PMDG. Yeah, the PMDG doesn't work. That effect actually does not work. So yeah. So this is again attention to detail at its best. Really, they've paid a lot of attention to this to the development of this aircraft. And really, to the guys at Got Friends, I know that you've offered me, a free copy, and I went ahead and purchased the aircraft. And I will tell you, I am very happy with my investment in your add-on. Brilliant aircraft. This aircraft definitely receives the Q8 Pilot Seal of Approval. I give it a score of 10 out of 10, and that doesn't happen very much. But this aircraft does tick all the boxes. Beautiful 3D model, excellent textures. The sounds are very immersive sounds. It's got a level of detail that is just really astonishing. It's got some features, that are not necessary in my view, like, playing the guitar and the fishing rod and all that. It's definitely entertaining, but not necessary. The night lighting in this aircraft is done very, very well, and it actually ships with the scenery. And we're going to take a look now, go to the main menu, and I'm going to show you guys the different liveries that comes with it. Carl Childers, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Is there a glass cockpit version? So let's take a look at the versions here. So we're going to go to World Map, and actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to load the aircraft at some other location also from Parallel 42. But let me show you guys what actually comes with this aircraft, other than all the details that you've seen, all the immersion, the freeware scenery that comes with it. It also comes with all of these variants. So you've got the 35A, you've got the 35H, which is the amphibian version of the aircraft, and then you've got the 35P and X. Now, the difference between the P and the X, the P has got the old avionics and the X got the new avionics. So this is kind of to simulate the modern retrofit of, new avionics into this classical Polish aircraft. And then you've got the 80. I believe the difference between them is, I'm not sure really is what the difference is. It the engine, or is this just the avionics? I'm not really sure. I haven't really read the manual, to be very honest with you. But I've just kind of, I just really did, like I said, first impression review sort of a thing with you guys. I just got the aircraft earlier yesterday. Brilliant aircraft, really. So, was in aircraft model, was for, the American markets, I see. Okay, thank you very much, Jet Fighter there. Looks like you're very informed about the aircraft, so that's very cool. I'm very happy that you're with us this evening. And hopefully we'll see you in other streams as well. All right, so what we can do is I do want to, I do want to show you the other version, which is the X version. So we're going to select this one. We're going to go to the liveries. Again, you have all these liveries available for all the variants. I do like this one a lot. So we're going to select that one, and we're going to go to 42, I believe it's MX. Yeah, the Mexican Mountain Green River. That's, again, another scenery that is by Parallel 42. And this one specifically comes with the Freedom Fox, but you can purchase it separately if that's what you choose to do. It is available on Orbex, by the way. All right, so we're going to bring it here, and let's say fly now. Again, a very, very nice area to fly over. And
Couldn't find
again,
valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
that's fine. That would be our GSX telling us that it hasn't found the airport data file, which is okay. I'm from Poland and know this plane. That's very good. I'm very glad that you know this plane very well. And because it's to the benefit of all of us. All right, so we're just going to wait for this to load, and then we can... All right, here we go. Now, here's another scenery.
Tracking is isolated. Ground services are not available.
All right, so let's just very quickly take a look at the scenery, and then we'll come back and take a look at the aircraft. Again, this is 42MX, part of the Parallel 42 package when you purchase the Freedom Fox. And I featured this scenery in some of my videos and streams, and again, it is just absolutely breathtaking. I absolutely love it. It's really nice. I like those airports. You see, this guy is kind of relaxing here and fishing. It's really if you like bush trips. This is again one airport that you will really enjoy. It's got the camp out area as well. And the overall scenery is just really beautiful. Just look at that. It's very, very nice indeed. All right. So back to our aircraft. We can actually start it, but now you can see here, you can see the modern avionics here. It looks very different. And we can turn on the battery. Let's turn on the battery. Collision lights, STOL warning, those are already on. And yeah, so now we have you can see the battery here. You can see the radios here, and it's got the, you can do your flight plan and your direct to and all of that good stuff. You've got your synthetic vision as well. I think this is default. Now, one nice feature in this is sometimes, you don't want, so your field of view is focused this way. And it would be difficult for you to look down here because you want to focus at what's going there. So easier for you to actually look down for your flight plan information. And what the guys at GotFriends did is they allow you to actually move this. Look at that. You can move it to the pilot side, which is really, really cool. I do like that feature a lot. And now you have everything here in front of you. If no, you don't want that, you want it back, you just click here again. And it goes right back where it belongs. That is really some work done by the guys at GotFriends. Overall, I'm very happy with this aircraft. And here is another livery of the aircraft. As you can see here, Wilga Experimental. Look at this beautiful detailing of the aircraft. This is my absolute favorite livery for this aircraft. And I tell you guys, I am going to be spending a lot more time with this aircraft in the coming days and getting very comfortable with it. And we're going to get to know one another very well because it really is worth the investment, and it is worth the time that you put into to learn this aircraft. By the way, I claim to be no expert on flying this aircraft or its details. I haven't gone through the manual, but I wanted to show you guys how beautifully modeled, beautifully textured, and how detailed it is. Really near study level, I would say. I cannot actually give it that because I don't know how the real aircraft works in real life, but maybe maybe Jet Fighter can let us know. It's really really cool. Would you want me to take off again in this location? Let me know in chat if you want me to do that. But just absolutely a brilliant aircraft. I'm gonna set it up, and if you guys want me to, take it for another spin, we can definitely do that. So let's do that here. All right, perfect. And maybe we can do some maneuvers. Maybe check the stall behavior and whatnot. All right, so that's turned on. Mixture is on full rich. And what else do we need? Prop full forward. All right, here we go. Come on. All right. We go there. That's done. What else do we need here? We need the oil, fuel, oil temp, pitot heat, navigation light. All of these are on. Fuel pump is on. Everything else is good. This is the ultraviolet switch is on. Carb heat is good. And let's prime the engine. I love the sounds. I love the animations. All right, and we're good to go.
Clear prop.
Ah, we need.
Clear prop.
That's what we need. All right, let's see here. Why is it not doing what it's supposed to do? All right, let's prime it again. All right, let's see here. Mixture is rich. That is good. Okay. Why is it not starting? Hard to install a... well, we'll check it out. We'll see if we can. Let's see. Ah, we have the starter. All right. Let's see if we can start it now. No, doesn't want to start. Something is off. Do we have fuel? We certainly do have fuel. Why is it not starting then? That's strange. Let's see here. Everything looks good to me. Mixture is full rich. And all is looking good. Why is it not starting then? Very, very strange that it is not starting. Fuel pump and start on. Yeah, the fuel pump is on. Yep. And the starter is magnetos are set. Everything is good here. So I'm not sure why it's not starting. Very strange. Why is it not starting? I think we followed everything in the checklist, so I don't think we've missed anything in the checklist. The magneto is on. So, yeah, I'm not sure why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Could be I've done something wrong, I don't know. All right, let's turn, the generator is on, starter can go off. And we can turn this guy off as well. All right. Perfect. And we can go ahead and take off now. Winds are calm, so we're just gonna... This is the runway here. So we're gonna set the flaps. Actually, we'll go flaps full. And let's go. Listen to those sounds, just really brilliant sounds. All right, here we go. I think we have sufficient runway this time around, so let's just give it power. And let's see here. Wow, it just took off on its own. Brilliant. All right, we're going to gain some altitude and do a few maneuvers just to kind of check it out. Look at how beautiful this livery is. Right, and flaps are up, so we're good. The weather is very nice, winds are calm. So a good day to test things out. And by the way, this is all simulated again, so these are everything in this aircraft actually does work, which is pretty cool. Now, one thing I do want to test is the carb heat. All right, let's see what happens there. Leave it for a little while. This scenery is breathtaking. Look at that, guys. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely brilliant. All right, so let's go ahead and do a few tests. I think the speed is a bit too high. So what we're going to do is I think we are at sufficient altitude here to test things out. So what I'm going to do is we are going to idle the power and see what happens. I'm going to pull on the stick. That's the stall warning. And it did stall. That's XP realistic. Yeah, so it did stall. And it didn't really take that much to stall it. Which I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. By the way, you need to this be turned on. I really am not sure. As a stall, it's a realistic stall, but I'm not sure if this aircraft is supposed to stall that quick or not. That I wouldn't know. But it's just really wonderful aircraft to hand fly, without doubt. Right, let's ease off on the power here. And just look at this beautiful scenery here. Again, that's where we departed. That's the runway right there. So maybe we can start descending and we'll just come back and land at the same airport. We'll follow the river and head back to the airport and land it. But I tell you guys, it's really immense joy to fly this aircraft. If you're looking for a general aviation or for a bush plane, you can't really go wrong with this aircraft. $35, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Just really incredible fun. One of the aircraft I had a lot of fun with was the Freedom Fox by Parallel 42, and this one is actually a lot more fun. To be completely honest with you guys. Yeah, I do like this one a lot better than the Freedom Fox. There we go. And we can see the smoke to our left. And that's the runway. So if we look here, yeah, all right. We're going to begin our turn. That's the runway. I'm going to go flaps full. right. Perfect. We'll just go a little further there and park by the, find a spot to park the aircraft. Right, I think this will work. Yeah, let's bring it, just give it a little power and park it over here. All right. Look at it. What a beauty of an aircraft. All right, and we can turn all of this off. Perfect. And let's see here. All right, and we are back to a cold and dark state. And what do you guys think of this aircraft? I absolutely adore this aircraft. I think it's pretty cool, and highly recommend it, guys. Yeah. There we go, and here's another look at the beautiful texturing of this aircraft. The Wilga experimental livery is my absolute favorite. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of our stream today. This is really an aircraft that I would recommend. It receives the Q8 Pilot seal of approval and a final score of 10 out of 10. It deserves the platinum plaque. The developers have done a wonderful job, really, with this aircraft, and it is probably my favorite bush plane for Microsoft Flight Simulator to date. I want to remind you that we are going to have a stream tomorrow evening, and I might be changing the route from Marrakesh to La Palma. I might change that. But I'm going to fly somewhere in Morocco because that's where Fly Lilo is from, and so in honor of his commitment to the flight sim community and really being a super person, I'm going to fly from his home country. So tomorrow's stream is going to be dedicated to Fly Lilo. Which is, by the way, a community, a nonprofit organization that helps the disabled and the flight sim community. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, please do take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.